I can confirm that all the accused persons are legally represented. If counsels could just confirm the appearance, I'll further address the court.
Good morning, Your Worship. May it please the court. Your Worship, I appear on behalf of accused number 1, that's Mr. Madoda Johannes Sibanyoni. I also appear for accused number 2, that is the company MJ and Son, which is represented by accused number 1. And lastly, I'm appearing for accused number 5, Mr. Opa Josiah Sindani.
And you are Mr.
Abrahams, ABRAHAMS.
And your initial?
S.
Thank you.
As it is the court may, my initials are SM Situalo. I'm for accused number 3. Mr. Mrs.
That my clients have approached this court or have subjected themselves to the surrender of the J50 warrant against my advice. And they're before this court against my professional advice. And I've advised that the warrant is manifestly unlawful. It's unconstitutional. It's an abuse of process. And the obtainment thereof lacks rationality. And the appropriate process that ought to have been adopted by the authorities would have been the provision of Section 54 of the CPA by summoning my clients and their co-accused to this court. It's for that reason that we, on the instruction of my clients, who changed their mind this morning, that we filed an urgent High Court application last night.
Taxi boss Joe Ferrari Sibanyoni and his 3 co-accused have each been granted bail of 7,000 rand by the Delmas Magistrates Court in Mpumalanga, marking a significant development in a closely watched extortion case involving allegations of multi-million rand intimidation linked to the mining sector. Sibanyoni appeared in court alongside co-accused Bafana Sindane, Mvimbi Masilela, and Philemon Caesar, who are all facing serious charges of extortion, more than 2.2 million rand from a mining businessman over a period spanning from 2022 to 2025. The court set strict bail conditions, making it clear that while the accused are temporarily released from custody, their freedom comes with legal restraints. Among the conditions imposed is a prohibition on any form of interference with the state witnesses, as well as a strict ban on intimidation or any conduct that could compromise the integrity of the ongoing investigation and prosecution. Magistrate proceedings underscored the seriousness of the allegations, even as the court found that bail was justified under the circumstances. The ruling effectively allows the accused to remain in the community ahead of the next court appearance, scheduled for 1 September. The case has attracted heightened public attention, not only because of the amount of money allegedly extorted, but also due to the profile of Sibanyoni within the taxi industry, a sector that has repeatedly been linked to violent theft disputes and allegations of organized criminal activity in parts of the country. Court proceedings in earlier hearings were marked by procedural disruption after a prior sitting collapsed when the state prosecutor failed to appear. The incident resulted in the matter being removed from the court roll at the time, sparking criticism from observers and political voices who questioned delays in the handling of such a serious matter. The National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, has since moved to reassure the public that the case remains firmly on track. NPA spokesperson Kaiser Kganyago reiterated the state's confidence in its prosecution strategy, emphasizing that bail should not be misinterpreted as an indication of innocence or a weakening of the case, and that bail is not a punishment, stressing that the legal process remains ongoing and that any violation of bail conditions will be dealt with decisively by the justice system. He further warned that accused are under strict legal scrutiny and that any attempt to influence, witness, or obstruct justice would result in immediate consequences, including possible revocation of bail. As the matter is set to return to court on 1 September, the case is expected to continue drawing attention due to its combination of high financial stakes, alleged organized coercion, and the broader scrutiny of criminal networks operating within economically sensitive sectors such as mining and transport. For now, Sibanyoni and his co-accused will remain out on bail, but under clear judicial constraints as the prosecution prepares to advance its case in the months ahead. Meanwhile, Joe Ferrari and his co-accused filed an urgent High Court application in Mbombela to stop police from arresting them. The pair wanted the court to suspend and later cancel J50 warrants of arrest issued against them, claiming the warrants were obtained irregularly and are unconstitutional. They were also seeking an order preventing police and the NPA from carrying out the arrest while the matter is before the court. The urgent application came as pressure mounts following the NPA's announcement on Wednesday that the case will be re-enrolled at the Delmas Magistrate Court on Thursday. Sibanyoni's attorney, Mphoke Patrick Mokgane, told the media that they had indeed filed an application to interdict the NPA from re-enrolling the extortion case against their client, and said the papers have been filed. We served the papers during the early hours of this morning. It was also allegedly reported that a member of parliament tried to persuade complainant to drop the 2.2 million rand extortion case against Joe Ferrari Sibanyoni. A well-known South African member of parliament allegedly contacted the complainant in a 2.2 million rand extortion case against the Mpumalanga taxi boss and 3 accused, urging him to drop the charges in exchange for a handsome reward. The call reportedly happened on Tuesday evening. The complainant has also voiced safety fears. The MP's identity and the complainant's response remain unconfirmed.
Please the court, Worship. Worship, my name is Thomas Marshall Motala, T.M. Motala, T-A-L-A.
TN.
T-M-O-T-A-L-A-M-T.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.